Teddy Cat's rain will never fall. With friends like these, she'll conquer all. In a digital world so vast, it's the love that makes it last. It's the love that makes it last.
Hello, Birdie, Rev, Cat, Echo, Birdstone. I hope you're okay that I name dropped you. Birdstone is Russ. Everyone knows who Russ is. If you don't know, what's wrong with you? Yip ya. Did I miss anybody? Hi, Joel. Joel just got here. Okay. I'm not missing people. Hold on. I got a message Neon. I DM'd him as he requested, but I'm not sure how often he reads Discord. Russ, you know who Neon is. It's he used to DJ with Dan all the time. Let me see if I can. Blah. Oh, you did catch it at the right time. I just saw your Facebook message, dude. You better survive. Yes, Yipya, Neon Black. That's the neon in my Discord. See? All us ravers know each other. Okay, I'm gonna move to just chatting. You get big, Teddy, today. Hi. I have a snack. I don't have much of it left, but I have smart food. I'll get my dinner after the talk. Hi, Teddy face. I wanted to wear my dentures, but on the off chance my jaw tightens, like it's already starting to do it a little bit, I wasn't going to be very comfortable. So you guys, some of you know what this is going to be about. Some of you can probably guess. But coincidentally, following my doctor's appointment, I felt like today was a good day to bring it up. Methyl teeth plastings they are very uncomfy, okay? And it's nice. Okay, before I get into the heavy topic, the thing with the dentures, especially the top one, is it's really thick. So like the plate that sits on the top is like that thick, which is why I have trouble talking sometimes, because it's like there's your teeth, and then when you have dentures, there's like an extra like quarter of an inch that's not normally there. That's why the shape of my face changes when I wear them. Like I have somewhat of a rounder face without them. Yeah. So there's that. But the thing that's almost harder to deal with is the adhesive. So there's like a gum type, almost toothpaste consistency kind of glue that you have to put on the middle and the sides. One, you have to put just the right amount or it like seeps out and it's just, then you have a whole other problem. And then getting them off. Okay. Like whoever was here that one stream when I said I was taking them out and it took me like 15 minutes, that was literally all spent cleaning the crap that adheres the top denture to my mouth. So that was fun. There are ways to do it, but ultimately you just have to get like, I use a microfiber cloth so I don't scratch the roof of my mouth, but apparently you just have to like scrape it off. It's really gross. I'm sorry if that was TMI for anybody, but it's not fun. If I could somehow go back in time and undo this, I would love to, but here we are. I left my water in the fucking kitchen. One sec. I am not starting this without my water because I'm definitely going to dehydrate talking about this. Found it, chat. I found it. See? What? What? So I know this is most of you who are here in chat, you know what's coming. Most of you heard the story about what happened in October. Some of you were there. It doesn't look glittery from here. No, the glitter's over here, Rev. You shut your glittery face. I'm kidding. I was in VC with Rev and Birdie earlier, and I was like, oh, there's glitter on my microphone. Yeah. That's what I get for sultry talking, Birdie, I guess. But some of you know what happened in October. Some of you know very explicit details. Birdstoned actually hung out with me during the days I was hotel hopping. But I'm first going to cover, for anyone who might be watching this who doesn't know, I am a victim of emotional and mental abuse. That went on for 7 years. First year, there was a bit of physical. That stopped. So I thought, hey, it's going to get better. No, it didn't. I also managed to hide it from my closest friends. My wifey, Birdstone, who, aside from wifey, Birdstone was probably my closest friend who knew both of us the best out of anybody else in my life. The reason I'm bringing this up is I had an attack yesterday. So those who are dealing with the trauma of such abuse, sometimes they have flashbacks. Sometimes they randomly spiral into that previous mental state where they think their only worth comes from what little, if any, praise comes from that abusive person. That started at some point yesterday. There was something I went to do, which was tune into a stream, and because of factors that I didn't take into account, I had a memory resurface I had blocked out. I spiraled. And I somehow managed to hide it from Grandpa. He was, as he is right now, watching the news. So the TV is really loud and he didn't hear me collapse to the floor in my kitchen and start crying. I eventually picked myself up and I had messaged Trilly, but I knew he was busy. And the only thing I could think to try and save my mental state was I needed to talk to somebody. Two of my friends just happened to be in one of the channels for voice chat in my Discord at that time. And you guys helped a lot. I told my wifey what was going on. And for the first time that I've seen since she joined my Discord, she jumped into the voice chat and helped talk me through everything. But the point of my story is, any kind of abuse sucks. For a while, I kept a little bit quiet about what I've gone through. But having been moving on with my life for the last half of a year, and I'm still going through these episodes, I can't stay quiet about it anymore. This will be one of the most serious if you know you knows, because thankfully I'm going to leave names out. But you know who you are. And you know what you did. I know there are no bad people. There are only bad decisions. I just hope everyone involved can learn from it. Because, yes, while there was one person directly involved, hi, feel me. There were a lot of people who decided to turn their backs on me when I told them the truth. So if one of them is watching this right now or in the future, be careful. Please. That's all I ask. You can make your choice on staying in contact with me and those that I hold close to me or not. Just please stay safe. And to anyone who might have been an aggressor in any sort of abusive way, I hope you learn from it. That is all I want. And please try not to repeat your actions. Because as I've said before, it wasn't all bad or I wouldn't have stuck around that long. That person wasn't all bad. Otherwise, I wouldn't have started dating them. But here we are. So, I feel me. Tackle hugging me while I'm talking. How dare. I'm not going to. Not today. Because on the topic of going through this abuse. Yeah, see, also filming, you see Birdstone? Birdstone even made it. But back to what I was saying. Following what has happened, I'm finally getting therapy. So for those who didn't already know, newsflash, my new family doctor, I've spoken to her about what I'm going through, what I went through the last few years. And she let me know that they have counselors on the second floor of the very office I was sitting in. So I am signing up for therapy. They're activating my profile next week. And while I know that won't solve everything, and maybe I'll still have these episodes, maybe they won't happen as often. Because to be completely honest, you never really heal from it. My own stepmother has trauma from her childhood that she still deals with. I was talking to my dad about it. I have friends that I know very well who are also dealing with their own emotional and mental abuse trauma. It is the longest lasting hurt any human can deal with because it sticks with you. And unless we hop into a universe with magic and modify memory, it never goes away. It only becomes easier to manage. So I figured it was about time that I actually said something outright and in public. Because there are other people... Gosh, turn it, Philly. How dare you derail me? Hi, Goat. We had serious talk. You missed a bit of it, but it's okay. If you want to know about it, you can watch the VOD later, and I'm also going to post it on my YouTube because, frankly, emotional and mental abuse is not talked about enough. To this day, even healthcare systems don't quite address it as strongly as they should. So, I actually tried to find, an organization to like activate a charity thing for through Twitch. I couldn't find anything that seemed very reputable. But if I do find one, that's going to be like an ongoing charity. So that's a thing. But yes, to summarize, Goat and anyone else who might have entered after my spiel, which ended up being a lot shorter than I thought it would. That's good. I've been through some shit, and I'm finally getting therapy. Love you too, bestie. And while I'm not naming names, this is another if you know, you know. I might not be here if it wasn't for him. Because I was dealing with all of that for years. And one person from across the fucking world recognized the behaviors, stayed in touch with me through everything, even when I shut him out, and saved my life. I promised him I wouldn't cry, but here we are. Right? No, I'm gonna find a charity for it, and if not, maybe I'll look into something local. But, and to those of my friends who didn't quite know what was going on, please do not feel guilty. Because unfortunately, I was really good at hiding it. Yeah. So did I, Goat. Because only one person who's not here, I haven't heard from them in ages. Birdstone knows who I'm talking about. He caught on to the early stuff, but when he called me out, I shut it down. I said, no, that's not what it is. It's something else. Because of course that's what we're gonna do. We don't want to admit something's wrong. Why would we? That would insinuate that we're weak. Because that's what we're made to believe. But I had to talk about this because, as I said, it's not talked about enough. And honestly, I might have another attack. I had one at work. Thank the Lord it was on the weekend and no one else was in the building. But I fell to the floor in a construction zone, covered in dust from the construction, just unable to comprehend anything that was going on around me because I was spiraling. And it will probably happen again. So, on the off chance it does, and one or more of you happen to be around when it happens, just be prepared. I might come to you just to get me grounded. Because I trust you. Every one of you in my chat. Literally every single one of you. So, it's kind of a message to bear with me while I'm healing. I know I shouldn't have to say that, but I'm going to anyway. Because that's the unfortunate things that victims will do. Is we're still going to feel like a burden, no matter how many times we're told that we're not. So. And eventually I will do some kind of fundraiser. Once I find something reputable that I can support. I actually feel a lot better now that I spoke about this. Now I can get my shoulders out of my ears. That has been your Teddy Talk. Thank every one of you for sticking with me for this. And again, anyone who might have missed it or came in at the end, I know, Rev. I'm still getting used to that. I will be posting this on my YouTube publicly. So. Okay. I need to scroll up and chat too because I saw a lot of big messages that I really need to read. Thank you, Joel. And Birdie. Birdie, you've said a lot that means a lot. And I know my friggin' bestie is now lurking. But I'm never going to stop thanking you. Because as Birdstoned and Kai specifically know, because they hung out with me during the days that I was hotel hopping after I had to frantically leave the place that I lived. Was nowhere to go until I figured something out. I told my dad what happened, and he booked me hotels for the next following days. And those two people I just mentioned helped keep me company. Kai actually stayed overnight with me in the first hotel. Birdstone hung out with me and kept me company. Helped me feel safe in an entirely unsafe city. And you all kept me going. Full transparency. This is still hard to say. I was almost not here. Because following some events through the summer, I felt like a monster. There were a lot of things that went down I'm not proud of. A lot of people that I hurt. Not realizing what I was doing at the time. But I'm still here. So, those of you who have stuck through me, with me through this, now I'm fucking up my words. Don't tell Philmy I cried. Thank you. I'm alive because of you. As hard as that was to say, no one else knew before now. Because to this day, I still kept that quiet. The only one that knew is now lurking. But he knew. I know I'm not. But I was convinced that I was. And I made some choices I'm not proud of. Like I said, I hurt a few people. And I didn't like it. But the only thing I can say to that now is sometimes we have to make mistakes to learn. And I don't make the same mistake twice. Otherwise, you're not learning. Yeah. Yeah. See, one of the lines I really like from Skiz, who was the only name I will actually point out because I'm quoting him. If you make one mistake, it's a mistake. If you make that same mistake again, you're an idiot. So. Oh my god, these emotes are so cute. Whose is that? Mikachu? Oops. My chat just disappeared. Hold on. There we go. I exited it by accident. So that is my TED Talk. Thank every one of you for sitting through it. Now I gotta load up Fable because I forgot to do it before this. It is a good quote. And I remember him saying it live. And in, like, to return, some of you already know this about me. But I need everyone watching this to know that if you need someone to talk to, whether it's just to get it off your chest and take your shoulders out of your ears and relax, find me, please. Usually Discord. Some of you can find me through Facebook. I don't care. I don't hide my name. I don't give a fuck. Instagram, I don't care. You need someone to talk to, whether it's an event. If you want advice, please tell me, because I will try to help. But if you just need someone to talk to listen, I'm here. And I always will be. I know, yep, yeah. You're actually local, buddy. While I try and... Oh, my face is messy. Don't tell Feel Me I cried. You're welcome, Birdie. And anyone else who thinks I might have helped them in some way. It's the least I can do for you being here. So let's see. Oh my gosh. Can I even scroll up and read everything? Yes, I can. Okay. Hold on. Let me go through chat. Make sure I didn't miss anything. And then we can get to the game. See what the fuck I'm doing. And there are so many pillows and tackle hugs going on in my chat. It's perfect. Let's see what I missed. Oh, man, I need to hug my bestie. Oh, gosh. Yeah, go back to work. Russ, I'm name dropping you because you didn't tell me not to. But before you leave, if you can come back tomorrow at this time for some not so heavy shit, please do. Because every Friday is Goose Goose Duck and it's... We need to talk. Because some more very interesting things have happened and you're going to love everything. Thank you for coming out. And we need to hang soon. That goes to all of you, IRL friends. Including you, Kat. We still need to go to that. Rev, I was in the middle of a sentence. You little... There, Birdstone, if you read what Rev just said, that can explain some of it. Cactus Fest, yes! Yes. I love Cactus Festival. That's a thing that happens locally. Oh my gosh. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. I hate you because I read that in your voice, Rev. Darn you. I swear. You are my first target for every duck roll tomorrow. You person. I just saw your DM. Fuck, you can see how red my face is turning. I hate you right now. Let's load up a game, shall we? Gosh darn it. Thank you, Birdie. But, oh, nice damage too. What? I smell tea. Oh, there's tea. There's so much tea. Yep, yeah. Let me tell you. Well, I mean, you were on the realm yesterday. The death messages should have told you plenty. We're naughty, okay? Yes, keep me to that all you want, Joel. I expect you to. Let's try and load my game and not... Well, I'm gonna stop reading chat, or I'm gonna... Okay. Nothing happened in chat yet. I'm like, I'm gonna regret looking at chat, aren't I? Ooh. Nope. Stop getting distracted. Debauchery is life. I mean, yeah, that pretty much explains it. Let's drink the rest of my vodka now. All right. Water. Gotta drink water with the vodka. Thank you, Birdie. I did. Oh my gosh. Okay. Why did I close Chrome? I need words on stream. I can do things. Yeah, I did. No, the way the delay was, Birdie, it was timed well. Okay, fine. Stretch. Stretch. Big stretch. Oh, my back just cracked. That was amazing. No. Ember's too comfy. Why are you so comfy, boy? Oh my goodness.
Teddy cat's rain will never fall. With friends like these, she'll conquer all. In a digital world so vast, it's the love that makes it last. It's the love that makes it last.